So I'm just vision development. I just move out of the way.
Can I see that real quick?
Oh, what?
Diamond's being too humble, okay?
Okay.
She's being too humble.
I literally just sit around and let them do what they do.
She is vision development. She makes it all happen.
Good morning, everyone. I am on my way to work, of course. It's Friday. It's not even 7:30 yet, but today is a vlog day. I'm going to take you guys on my journey today, and I'm excited. Of course, shameless plug. I got my contending sweatshirt on, contending pants. You can't see those, but yeah, I'm excited about today. Let's get going. I'm going to put my seatbelt on, and then I'm going to drive and talk to you guys about something that I find to be like one of the number one leadership rules in my estimation. I'm just sharing my convictions, you know. All right, let's go. Let's go. So today I want to talk to you guys about something that I think is incredibly important, and that is being on time. Yeah, I know this is going to be a little convicting for some folks. It's going to be a little convicting for some folks. I know, because it is difficult for you to be on time, but I want to talk about that today because I am on my way to where I need to be, and it's about an hour before. And I'm not saying you have to go places an hour before. Some people like to do that. I'm not that person. I don't like being late, but I don't have to be there like so far in advance that I'm just unnecessarily here, right? So just keep that in mind. But I do think I've been kind of pondering this leadership thought, just the idea of being on time so that the people that you have to hold accountable to being on time never feel like you are the excuse by which they can't do it. And so that's what I'm going to talk about today, and it's just simply timeliness, 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 timeliness. And I do have a rule. I like to be 15 minutes, at least 15 to 30 minutes seated before the meetings that I lead. That's just me, the ones that I lead. Now, if I'm not leading the meeting, I don't have to be there so early. But I do like to make sure that I am at least, 5 minutes early. Here's the thing. This is what you want to there are about three things that you want to make sure that you are not doing so that people don't find you to be a person that is not timely. You want to make sure, one, that you are on time as the leader. Because if you're leading a meeting, you don't want to be the person walking in late. Oh, sorry, y'all. I apologize. And it happens to the best of us because you never know. Days can go crazy. Something can happen. You just never know what can happen that will derail your day. That's not what I'm talking about. People have children, all kinds of different things that would warrant your day to have a reason to go left or right. So just put a pin there. But what I am saying is that there should be a consistency of timeliness whereby if someone is late to the meeting, they cannot bank on the fact that you are late too. So, see, I learned this in college. When professors lost credibility, it was because of timeliness. If they were always late to the class, then students would always be late to the class. Always late to the class. We got the sheet of paper waiting, just waiting for them to be late. That 10-minute rule where you get to leave if the professor doesn't show up in 10 minutes. That whole piece, yeah. So I learned that in college that there were professors that I knew were always late to the class, to which we would be late because we had already mentally factored that in. And as much as we feel like people do not pay attention to these things, or people don't notice them, they do. And as a leader, sometimes you can lose credibility by not setting forth or not being a timely person. But then the second thing is, it's the type of people that you want to lead. Timely people, efficient people, persons who have a lot to contribute often, are people who have things to contribute in several spaces, to which they want to know that by working with you or working under you, that you are a person that's trustworthy to be on time and to respect their time. One of the major lessons I learned, even as a leader, over the last 3 years is I would be on time to a meeting. There would be people who would be on time with me, but then we say we're gonna give the folks who late 5 more minutes. And someone pulled me to the side one time and said, "No, you respect the time of the people who got here when the meeting starts." So that's another piece that you got to keep in mind when you're talking about leadership. You're talking about timeliness and just the credibility of leadership. Now, here's the third thing. When you think about being on time, not only is it about the people that work under you, not only is it about setting that example, not only is it about working with the people that work around you, and then of course the person that you answer to, right? Of course, if you have that reporting structure. But I also think that timeliness, and this is one lesson I learned this year, is also not just getting there, but it's what you do while you're there. Timeliness, in a sense, that we can set a subject to discuss, and that subject shall be discussed within this time frame. Hear me clear. The worst thing that you can do as a leader is to put a subject in front of people and give them a free for all as it pertains to how long we gonna talk about it. Now I'm getting ready to put on a whole nother hat. I just stepped into a whole other zone. When you have meetings, you as the leader are in control of how those meetings go, the temperature of the meeting, the length of the time frame of each subject. Do you have an agenda? This is what we have to accomplish today. And when we don't accomplish them, you remind the participants that we didn't get over this because it took this long. So I am now at the place where it pertains to timeliness, that we we're going to talk about this for 30 minutes. And because I trust the people that are around the table, then I know that we can do it, right? So you set those agendas. I am so big on time. And I don't know when it kind of crept up on me. I've never been like a super late person. That's just not my MO. And I think really Hampton University taught me that, because we just did not have the liberty to be late. We were taught punctuality. We were taught the Hampton way, the standard of excellence. We were taught how to dress when we arrive, how to wear business attire. And I've been really thinking, kind of shifting gears here, about just how much I did not understand what Hampton was trying to instill in me for the workplace, for professionalism. So when I talk about being a stickler about certain things as it pertains to order, structure, timeliness, all of those things, it is because there is a standard of excellence that's inside of me that I just can't help, and I don't make any apologies for it. I'll leave this with you guys. One time I was talking to a high level leader, and she just simply told someone, she said, don't apologize for your standard. And that thing pierced me, because sometimes when you have high standards in leadership and excellence and those types of things, you'll find yourself questioning why you feel this way, or why are you such a stickler, or why are you. And people, unfortunately, when they are not exposed to the standard of excellence that you have been, or exposed to the reason why things have to be done in excellence or should be done in excellence, they will translate it as nitpicking. They will translate it as you're too hard. You're majoring in the minors. No, I'm majoring in the major, because leaders major in the major, because I don't do minor. Nothing I share as it pertains to leadership and as it pertains to getting better is minor. It's all major, because even the things that we think are minor are major when you say that you have the standard of excellence. That's what you say. You got to do it, you know? And so I think one of the things that I'm really focusing on now is not necessarily word word how can I say this? I'm not really interested in saying excellence. I'm interested in being excellent. I don't feel so much of the necessity to put out posts about excellence. The posts are going to be excellent. I don't feel like saying this is how I operate. I'm just going to operate in excellence. So I know for a fact that over the last year, it's just kind of crept up on me, like this whole idea of, and it's not even, so some people will translate it like this. I've heard people say, well, why do we have to be the best, and why is it's not a competition? No, it's not a competition. This is just who I am. It's not a competition. It's not even about winning. I'm not in a race with anybody. We're not in a race with anyone. It's just about who we are, who I am. I am timely, not because someone is not timely. I am timely because that's who I am. I am committed to making sure that things are done right, not because I want them done better than someone else's, but just simply because that's who I am. I am not even a 3-time reviewer of things because I want to make sure it's better than someone else's. I do that because that's who I am. And I often wonder, I really wonder, I just wonder, is leadership, are you born a leader, or are you taught to be a leader? That I'm vacillating between that, because even when people are not necessarily leaders in childhood, but they evolve into leadership, there is still something innately inside of a person who is a wherewithal, still leader. That's just like, I am committed to growing things. I am committed to certain scale. I'm committed to a certain way of excellence. There is innately something, and I wonder if it can be taught. I really believe that it can, but there's got to be something in that recipient. There's got to be something in the recipient that says, I want to be taught. There's got to be something in the recipient that says, I'm going after this. There's a seed that's planted that's being watered, right? So I just wonder about that. When you think about timeliness, and I'll wrap this up because I'm getting ready to arrive at my destination. When you think about timeliness, here's what I'll share. Some people think in whole, some people think in part. Leaders think in whole, followers think in part. I know if you're a leader, if you come to me with a big picture plan, if you thought not only about your plan, but you thought about how it affects the whole. I know you're just kind of like in the following space. If you say, hey, I'm just worried about my piece, I don't really care about anyone else's, I'm not thinking about anyone else's, this is just what I want to do. There's some fellowship in that. And that's okay. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But timeliness says, I'm doing this for the whole because I understand the standard of the whole rather than just the standard of myself. I'm not living for self. I'm living for the standard of what this means, the standard of what this organization means. So that's my little piece on timeliness, and especially for people who are younger in what they're doing. Even if you're seasoned and tenured in your space, it's incredibly important to be timely because you're building credibility. You're building credibility. If you are a late person all the time, you are not credible. You're not credible. You're not building credibility. If they always wondering where you are, not credible. And people who understand leadership, that they those are check marks. Those are things they're thinking about. People who are offering jobs, people who are managers, things like that. They're always watching timeliness. It is what it is. So whether in corporate America, whether in the nonprofit space, I want you to be on time. I want you to be a timely, sharp leader. I want you not only to think in part, I want you to think in part, and I want you to think in whole. I want you to be a holistic leader, having a holistic approach to life. I'll give some more leadership tips. I wonder if you guys like this content, but just let me know and I'll do some more of this. But I've got to go into work. I probably will show y'all what my day is like because this is a vlog. So I got to show you what I'm doing today. All right. Bible study and we're getting ready to record and it's really amazing. Got Maya and Jazz. They're hiding from the camera. Would you all like to say anything?
Hello, we are here. This is day one of 2025 Deeper Dive. Are we in focus?
I don't know. She actually does this work for a living. I'm just sitting here recording. I don't know. Okay, there
Now
we
we
go.
are.
Okay.
So, yes, this is Deeper Dive 2025, getting started in December for our January series.
I love it. I love it. Jazz, you want to say anything?
Yeah, what's up, you guys? I'm Jasmine. I am the social media person here today. I'm excited to get some content. We're gonna go up and over the wall and all the things. So
I'm telling you, so it's gonna be amazing, and it's a little sneak peek of the little setup here. I hope I don't get in trouble for showing this, but this is the sneak peek of the setup. It's gonna be really dope, and yeah, these two ladies really do make it happen. So I'm just vision development. I just move out of the way,
can I see
and
that real quick?
oh, what?
Diamond's being too humble. Okay.
Okay.
She's being too humble.
I literally just sit around and let them do what they do.
She is vision development. She makes it all happen.
And she has her own clothing line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do.
Continue.
It's,
You see it?
it's on. It's here. It's the set. It's here.
Hold on.
It's the set. But you know, yeah, it is the set. It's the set. But no, they really do. Since they're showing me, these ladies actually really do creatively make it happen. All things social media at Malzine, creative directing, they're amazing. So, yes, I just do the vision development, and this is a work day, so we're gonna go back to work.
They don't want to hijack, but I was like, nah, you're not gonna.
So, as you can see, this is more than a one person job, right? This is where creativity and theology is merged, and I love it. I love this space, but we stay ahead. I talked about timeliness. Can you believe that we're recording this in 2024, but this is for 2025? And it's all because of timeliness. People always ask me about excellence, timeliness. I told you about it in this blog on purpose because that's what we live by. There's no way that we could do the things that we do without being timely, without being innovative, but also without preparation, because consistency is key, but preparation is also the key to success. Success is on purpose, and I live by that principle. So, y'all, like, subscribe, share this vlog. I want to get over 1,000 subscribers. I believe that I can do it. I know that I can do it with your help. So please, I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. And I want you to preheat your car if you can in this season because it's so cold outside. And yeah, make sure you do that. Like, share, subscribe. I love y'all. Includes this piece. Okay, you guys can't see me, but I'm just doing a outro to this segment of my vlog. Oh, and that's a wrap. Yes, and that's a wrap for this work.